So just thought I'd share what my story is about cycling and what it's meant to me, and how recently it's dramatically changed my life. You know, as a kid, cycling was my passion. I played hockey in the winter, but I couldn't wait for summer to get on my bike. You know, as a young kid, growing up in the 70s and 80s, yeah, you know, we all have challenges, stuff like that goes on in our lives. I can say that cycling back then was my freedom, my peace, and yeah, just whether it was riding around my hometown on the BMX, going on long rides on the road bike, and you know, eventually when I got my mountain bike, doing some racing and that, and it was honestly, it was probably what helped me get through a lot of challenging times. And yeah, and you know, it's interesting because I got into some other hobbies, dog sledding, and you know, spent a lot of time doing that. And it's weird because I pretty much took a 30-year break from riding and got back on it a year ago, March. It's been about a year and a half now that I've been riding. And frankly, I wasn't in a good place. Drinking too much, using alcohol to cope with some challenges that I was going through, because it was easy, but in the long run it was harder. And yeah, so I made the choice to go and buy a gravel bike. And you know, it's interesting because my good friend Trevor was always trying to get me to go on trips with him, get back into it, but I don't know, it was weird. I just didn't really have it in me, I guess. And honestly, I think I had to kind of hit the level in my life of where I was, which was not a good place, and then wake up one morning and make the decision that the choice, because we all have choices for the most part, and I made that choice to get back on the bike. And yeah, so it's interesting because I can't imagine if I can't imagine what it would be like right now if I wasn't riding. And you know, it's changed my life in a lot of ways. I'm in the best shape of my life. Mentally, I'm in a really strong place. Still have my days, but you know, cycling recently has been such an important part of my life, and I've had so many good experiences in the last year and a bit. Took on New Zealand, 1,600-kilometer ride, solo. Honestly, want to go back. Gotta watch out for these waves here. Yeah, and since then, I think at the end of this trip I will have hit 11,000 kilometers since March 17th, 2024. And you know, I can't express how much what it's done. You know, I personally can't say there's a much better way to explore places than on a bike. Whether it be remote areas like this, you know, backcountry, country roads, say, and farmland. It's so freeing. And yeah, I'm kind of addicted to it. Year and a half later, 4 bikes in, gravel, hardtail, that bike, and full suspension. And even if it's a quick rip around the trails, it's just freeing. And it's allowed me to put some of my past behind. It's allowed me to think some things through and just really enjoy what this amazing world has to offer. So anyways, that's my story. And I would never have thought that a year or 2 years ago I would have been able to ride the distances that I am, climb the hills that I have. Anyways, life's about choice. It's about the choices you make. And I know it's not easy, but it is, making choices. Good ones.